guys, so I am back with another video. So today, as I said last week, I'm going to be talking about what it was like to start school with my brace on. And so I'm sorry, I just got braces, so it's a little hard to talk. So if I have a little bit of a lisp, I'm really sorry. But before I go ahead and talk about what it was like to start school with my brace, I want to talk about this new book. It's called The Braced. It's by Allison Gerber, who's absolutely amazing. I'm only a little ways into the book right now, but I love it. It's really, everything I read about is just explaining my experience when I was getting my brace, and it's just amazing. It's really, really awesome. So if you're just getting a brace, or if you've had a brace for a while, I really recommend this book. It kind of, if you've had your brace for a while, it kind of shows you and makes you remember what it was like to first get your brace. And if you're just getting a brace, it kind of tells you what you're getting into and what it's going to be like and how your mind's going to think, because everything about this book is exactly what I remember going through. It also helps because you're really thinking about, you're kind of thinking about what you were going through, and you think about how you're not the only one. Even though you know there's other people going through the same thing, it makes you think and really know that, someone wrote this book, they were going through the same thing I was. There's a character in this book that I can really relate to because she's going through the exact same thing I'm going through. And it's a really, really awesome book, so I do suggest that you read it if you have the time. Okay, so let's start talking about what it was like going to school for the first time. When I went to school for the first time, I didn't want to go to school. I remember telling my parents when I found out I was getting my brace, I kept asking them if they would homeschool me. I did not want to go to school because I know that kids can be mean, and I didn't want to go through it. But my mom called my guidance counselor, and she told her what I was going through. And just my mom calling the guidance counselor helped so much. She was really able to make it better for me, make the environment better, and help me be able to adjust to school with my brace. And I really, really appreciate that. So if you're just getting a brace, talk to your guidance counselor, because I know they'll be able to help you. Or talk to someone at school who you trust, because they'll help make the environment so much better. When I first got my brace, I was in a music class where we didn't have desks, and we just sat in chairs, and we had to write with a folder. And with my brace, I couldn't do that. So I told my teacher and my guidance counselor, they were able to make a way so that I could write, and it'd be easier for me personally. That way, I wouldn't have to struggle to write down all the work every day. So when I started school, on the first day that I had my brace, I went straight to my guidance counselor's office, and she just kind of told me to take deep breaths and just relax. No one was going to be mean about it. People will ask questions, and they'll ask how long you have to wear it, and it might make you feel a little sensitive, but they're not trying to be mean. They're just curious, because, if you saw someone walking with a back brace, you'd be curious too. So kind of try to put yourself in their perspective a little bit. It helped. When I started school, I also made sure to bring a bag. Not a super big bag, not something like a book bag, just, like a little carry backpack bag kind of a thing, just so that I could carry some of my books in it. Because with my brace, it was really round and hard and stuff, and it just made it uncomfortable to carry my books at first, so I just carried them in this shoulder bag, kind of like a tote bag, and it just made it so much easier, especially at first. I also had some of my books down at the bottom of my locker, which made it really difficult for me to grab those books, so my best friend had a locker next to me, and so before every period, she would grab my books for me. And we made sure to tell my guidance counselor that she was grabbing some books for me, so we both always had a late pass just in case, if something happened for the first couple months. I also made sure, because I got really hot and sweaty and sticky and just tired really, really easily, so I made sure to bring a water bottle to school with me. And throughout the day, that water bottle would get kind of warm, so I would always have someone go to the cafeteria and fill it up with ice and some cold water for me. So, I don't know what kind of school you go to, but definitely look into carrying a water bottle around, or just something to drink, because it helps. What else haven't I covered? Oh, and don't worry about your friends. Your friends will be so supportive that they're gonna be there for you. They're not gonna just all of a sudden say, no, you have this thing on you, I'm not gonna be friends with you. My friends were so supportive of me. Anytime I needed anything, they understood completely. So just look for your friends if you're ever having trouble, because they will definitely help you. At first, it might be a little embarrassing if you drop your pencil, to ask someone next to you if they can pick up your pencil, and they might look at you funny, but if they do, just say, I've got a brace, and they will totally understand and pick it up for you. Because I know at first I couldn't pick up my own pencil. I had to ask the person sitting next to me to pick it up for me if I dropped it, and they were more than happy to pick it up for me. Sometimes I would get a weird glance and it would make me feel a little uncomfortable, but I would just point to my stomach and they'd know exactly what I was talking about. So I know sports activities can also be an issue, but it really just depends how long you have to wear your brace. So when I first started, I had to wear my brace for 23 hours a day. So I had an hour and a half swim practice. So my parents just let me take my brace off for the hour and a half, and just as soon as I got home, I would put my brace on. Now I've moved down to 16 hours a day, so I get to keep my brace off for 8 hours, so it's okay. But I go through some times in the year when I'm not swimming where I can take my brace off for school, but that was something that my doctor told me I had to pick between school or swim if I wanted to take my brace off. And so right now, I'm fine wearing my brace to school because everyone knows about it. No one cares anymore. But I'm starting high school next year, and so I'm not too positive about wearing that. So if anyone has worn a brace to high school, I know I'm supposed to be the one giving you advice, but if you have any advice for me, I'm really nervous. But also, if you're starting a new school, I'm in middle school right now, but I know I can help. If anyone needs any help with some advice, I love to answer questions and help people. So yeah. One more thing that I wanted to bring up was gym class. According to your doctor, you are allowed to do gym class with a brace on. I had my parents opt me out of it because with my brace, I just got really hot and sweaty really quickly, and it's really hard to run around and just do all the activities with it on. So instead of doing gym class, I just got an extra study hall period. I don't know if your school will let you do that or if you have summer gym, because summer gym is great. But gym class is something that you definitely want to look into. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope I explained enough school stuff for you about starting school and support. I will leave a few links down in the description section for other support, if you need any. And if there's anything that I didn't get to that you'd still like me to talk about, please leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram channel, is Jordan's Brace Channel. You can search me that way. Or I will also leave the link in the descriptions box. So yeah, just please subscribe, and next week, or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be talking about eating with your brace. That sounds like an interesting subject, but it's not really something that's very thought of, and it's something that can be difficult if you're first getting a brace. So join me next time. Bye!